Hello world, I'm Nathan Montierth with Vali Cyber's Threat Intelligence team, and I'm going to talk with you today about GameOver, which is a privilege escalation exploit making the rounds on Ubuntu systems right now. This was originally discovered by the Wiz research team, and it's associated with CVEs from 2023-2640 and 32629. It affects the Ubuntu versions you see on your screen, all fairly modern distributions, and has been patched as of now. The exploit takes advantage of OverlayFS, which is a system in Linux used for layering file systems together. The first thing that we're going to do in this demonstration is SSH into the vulnerable machine at 10.0.0.3. Once we're into that machine, this first part of the test is going to show what the exploit looks like when there's no protection in place. ZeroLock is installed in the box, but no prevention has been enabled. You can see in the overlay.sh script that we have the commands requisite to run the exploit, and it drops us straight into a root shell. Now if we open up the ZeroLock web interface, we can see that detection happened. ZeroLock did notice that this happened, just prevention wasn't enabled. Take a quick look at the process tree. We'll see coming out of that SSH session into a bash shell, and then eventually we see the malicious activity happen a little bit further on along that process lineage with the malicious mount command, in particular being what ZeroLock recognizes as being a malicious activity. Despite the fact that prevention wasn't enabled, we can still choose to kill and remediate the malicious process, and ZeroLock still knows where it is. And once we've done that, if we go back over to the shell, we'll see that that SSH connection is closed, and remediation has already taken place in the box, so that none of the effects of the malicious activity are still present. The next thing we'll do is show what happens when ZeroLock does have protections enabled. So really quick, I'm going to go over here, choose the endpoint that we're working with, put a new config in place to ensure that protection is actually active. This would be the default setting that we would have on any system protected by ZeroLock. Set that, and then we can head back over to our shell, and from here we'll take that exact same exploit script after we've SSH'd onto the vulnerable box, overlay.sh. We'll run it, but this time we're going to see that no root shell is granted. So the attacker never gets what it is that they are aiming for. The connection is closed and it's all prevented. This is just one example of the power of ZeroLock and how effective it is at preventing malicious attacks, honestly, before they ever even really happen. If you want to learn more, be sure to head to valicyber.com.